Hey, welcome back everybody. It's Crazy for Cards here. Back again today with our updated and what should be finalized. Mostly finalized. I'm just waiting for a couple more cards to come in for my side deck. But mostly finalized Dark Magician deck profile. Yesterday at our locals, we actually went 2-1. Sword Soul was our only loss. Our opening board was great. Had everything we needed to stop them. I just couldn't draw anything to get going to be able to finish them off. But without further ado, here we go. Up first, we got our lone copy of Illusion of Chaos. We got our lone copy of Timaeus the United Dragon. We got our one copy of Magic Rebo, super clutch card, literally saves me in duels. Just makes the opponent have to have that one extra attack, and most of the time they don't. Got the one DMG, or I guess if they have a called by or like Gravedigger's Trap Hole or something, you could be in trouble, but more times than not, you're going to be able to get Magic Rebo off, special summon Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from the grave, and then boom, you're good. We got our 2 Dark Magicians. Just run the 2, even though Bestial Branded has really contemplated making me run 3, but 2's fine for now. I just gotta switch up the way I'm playing them. We got our 3 Ash Blossoms. Feel like it's pretty standard for this format. We got our 3 Magician Souls. Oops. And then last but not least, we got our 3 Magician's Rods. And that is it for the monsters. Let's move on to our spells. Up next for our spells, we have our 1 copy of Magician's Salvation, just used to activate the field spell, get Eternal Soul to the field, set it, and then if you're a special summon Dark Magician or DMG, you can bring back the other from grave. I just added this in. We got our 1 copy of the Eye of Timaeus. Just gives us that extra option for Dragoon or Dragon Knight access, since we're only running the 1 United Dragon. We got our 1 copy of Secrets of Dark Magic, 1 copy of Magicalized Fusion. We got 2 copies of Dark Magical Circle, our 3 copies of Soul Servant, and then we got 3 copies of Prep, just to help get IOC to the hand, and then makes life a lot easier. And if nothing else, you can dump the extra preps with Magician Souls for the extra draw power if you want to. Just some advice I took, and it made life a lot easier. Got our 2 copies for Eternal Souls to start off our traps. Got just 2 copies of Solemn Strike. Honestly, really all I need. I was getting Solemn Strike to first hand almost every duel yesterday. Plus with the rest of the traps we run, I feel like 2's just all we need. We got 3 copies of D-Barrier. Really clutch card. Not much else to say other than that. If you know your opponent's going to be synchro summoning, or like with Gashtira, they're going to be XYZ and just flip it, call, and boom. They basically can't do much more else. Infinite imperms, we got 3 of them. And then we got our 3 copies of Skill Drain. Just control, trap control. We want them to not do anything while we just run the board with Dark Magician. Or hold them off long enough on doing anything for us to set up what we need to break the rest of their board and their will. For our extra deck, we got 1 copy of Big Eye, Change of Heart for the deck. We got our 1 copy of E-Bone. That's our XYZs. For links, we got our 1 Link Rebo. Still got the 1 Link Spider in here. I'm going to change it out with an M-Duck eventually. Just same thing, but better, essentially. I honestly haven't even had to use Link Spider, though, because usually I've got a couple monsters on the field, so I can end up going into Wee Witch, or like Celine, or Access Code Talker, or BLS. I've got a lot of options, so like I really honestly haven't even had to use Link Spider. We got Wee Witch, who comes in absolutely clutch for me every time I play her. Anytime she's destroyed, you add back a spellcaster from your grave to your hand, which just helps facilitate and set up for the next turn. We got our BLS, Soldier of Chaos. We got 1 copy of Celine Queen. And then to finish off the links, we got our 1 Access Code Talker. Pretty standard. Nobody likes to see him, and he can definitely be a duel winner. We got our fusions, starting off with the Dark Magicians. Just gives you extra draw power. If it's destroyed, you can special summon Dark Magician and DMG, and boom, go ahead with your banish cycle, or just set up next turn to be able to fusion into whatever else. We got 1 copy of Master of Chaos. Absolutely amazing card. I've started using it more, and I freaking love it. Absolutely love it. When it's summoned, you can special summon a light or a dark monster from your graveyard, and then you contribute a light and a dark monster from your side of the field to banish all of your opponent's monsters. We got our 1 copy of Quintet. We got 2 copies of Dragoon. And then we got our 2 copies of Dragon Knight, our back row protection, just in case somebody wants to hit me like they did yesterday. And Sword Soul, actually the reason they won was because I didn't have Dragon Knight on the field, and they hit me with a Twin Twisters, and I was screwed. So Dragon Knight definitely comes in clutch for the back row protection when you're able to get them out. Last but not least, we got our side deck. For the time being, I'm still running 1 United Dragon in my side deck, just in case I'm feeling like I'm having trouble getting access to the one I have in my main deck. These next 2 I got Called By, and I also have Dark Magic Attack, both of which may or may not be getting subbed out, and you'll see for what. Because I've got 2 copies of Evenly Matched, but I've got another one coming in the mail. Should be here sometime within the next few days, so I'll probably sub out Dark Magic Attack for my 3rd Evenly Matched to make the play set. And then I got Magical Cylinders, and my magic cylinders. Just some nice little gimmicky stuff that comes in clutch, honestly, and it's gonna stay in the side deck just because I feel like I just like having that little gimmicky option for opponents, like, and they get so mad when they get hit with it too, so it's great. I got 2 copies of Gravedigger's Trap Hole, which I may or may not add in a third. Just depends. If I do, I'll probably take out Timaeus, not Called By. I'll probably honestly leave Called By in there. I'll probably take out Timaeus for a third Trap Hole if I end up adding one in. And then we got our 3 copies of Lancia. And last but not least, our 3 copies of Nib. Like I said, going to end up getting a third copy of Evenly Matched in there, so DMA will probably be gone. And then probably Timaeus will go eventually for another Trap Hole or something of the sort. I don't know. I'm also thinking about possibly taking out the Gravedigger's Trap Holes altogether and adding in, so I'd take out those and probably Timaeus for Goes and Match, just because we run primarily dark outside of Timaeus, and Goes and Matches just would be really clutch this format, just with everybody running so many different attributes. Most of the top decks, I want to say, run a different attribute, so I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to think about subbing in there. But other than that, other than getting the third copy of Evenly Matched for my playset and possibly subbing in Goes and Match instead of Timaeus and the Trap Holes, that is the deck. So yeah, I'd absolutely love dueling with this deck. It has been so much fun going into locals and just doing exactly that, just having fun. That's what it's all about. That's it. Like, every time I walk in, they ask me all the time, "Are you doing Dark Magicians again?" Yeah, bro. I love the deck. It's my favorite archetype. It's my favorite dual monster. So we're going to keep rocking out with it and keep trying to tweak and improve it as the formats change. And we're going to do our best to keep you guys updated with what we're running and what our deck looks like. That way, I mean, you guys can use it for your own judge. Maybe see a comparison between other decks in this one. And I mean, everybody's situation is different, so I expect everybody probably be running a little bit different decks. But hey, let's let the world know about us Dark Magician players. I appreciate y'all for stopping out and giving me the time of your day to watch the video. Appreciate and love each and every one of you guys. Peace out. Have a good one.